Oh, what's up, guys? What's up? Let's make it happen here. Let's go ahead and make it happen. I'm trying to hold on a second before we get started here. I guess I can just change all that after that. So that's kind of what we're going to do right here. I'm just going to kind of save this one right here. Okay, and then we'll just go ahead and get into it. So we're going to draw some pictures here today, guys. We're going to be talking about the basics of caricature, right? Oh wow, we got like five. Ooh wee, we got five people. Five people. Oh, if you guys will give me a minute, I'm trying to pull up TikTok here on my computer. I'm trying to see if I can do it without having to broadcast it all the way down here. So let me see. What if I go here and then it says I'm live? Okay, so I am live. Now, can I pop this strip? Oh, okay. All right. So this is my TikTok right here. Now, what can I do? Can I? Oh, wait. Retry. I think I could change the orientation of my screen too. Hmm. No, I can't. Let me see. What's this? Share. This is full screen. Okay, and I can't pop out the screen from here, so I guess I'll just put it over here. Okay. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and get into it. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Antonio? How are you today? Okay, I'm just gonna make this a little bit smaller here. Okay, and man, they should have made this where I could. All right, so here we go, guys. Let's go ahead and warm up. We're gonna put this paper over here. We're gonna be warming up with some caricature eyes. I'm gonna do some caricature eyes. So I'm gonna go over here and put my pad up here, and then we're gonna get us some. Let's see here. All right, where is my gallery? And then we shall pull up some faces and just kind of start working with the eye shapes. So I guess I'll start about right here. These are some rhinoplasty pictures. So I'm just going to just kind of show you guys my little technique for doing eyes. Let's turn that down some. All right. Again, good morning, guys. Welcome to the live stream. I'm so glad that you could come out today and hang out with me. So we're going to start right in here. Let me see here. I'm going to do this dead space. Now, this is my classic windshield wiper dead space, okay? And so what that means is that the space between the eyes looks like a windshield, and then with some eyes on the bottom, and then some little eyebrows on the top. So this would be like kind of colored in right here, right? Dead space means there's no features there. So you can see here is her eyelashes, right? Okay, and then here we got eyes. Boom, boom, right? Just like that. Okay, and then you just kind of color them in. All right. So let's get warmed up here, guys. Get warmed up. All right, that's good. That looks good. Hardly no over. She hardly has any line over the top of the eye. So I mean, we could put a little one there, but she really doesn't have one. So I'm not going to draw the whole caricature. I'm just concerned with trying to get the eye shape and doing different things with the eyes. Maybe, let's see here. Let's go over to this one here. Okay, she has a different eye shape there. Okay. By the way, guys, if you have any requests or anything like that, let me know. I'll take care of you. This is this eye shape right here is what I call my off center tent shape kind of a thing. So it's two shapes like these. And then I just put my eyelashes, my eyebrows up here. and color them in. Okay. So the whole idea is to allow the top of my shape to tell me what to do here. Okay, now this is what I could do. I could put my eyes in here. This is the bottom of the eye, so I can just do like this, right? And then over the top of the eye, I could do like this, right? And then we'll just color these in. Okay. Okay, so these are what I put my eye shape, what inside dead space eye shape. And what does that mean? That means the eye is literally in the dead space. So if I could take some markers out over here. Let me see, we got some red, we got an orange, get some neonish kind of colors there. Okay, so my dead space is pretty much all of this right here. These are kind of so right in there. Okay, you got some dead space here. This one's kind of out of ink too. What about this one? Oh, yeah, really? I haven't even used these, so how can they be out of ink the way that they are? Looks like I'm gonna have to throw this whole pack out. These are garbage. Don't recommend. Okay, let's see. Nope. I mean, we got a whole pack of these too, and they're all out of ink. Okay, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. That ain't stopped nothing. We'll just use this one right here. So this is all my little dead space right here. Okay. All right, let me see here. Let's go to our next eye shape. Okay, so we got these eye shapes here. I also can go with an inside shape here because of how tight the bottom of the eye shape is. So very similar shape to what I just drew. Got the offset shape here, right? Coming down, so it kind of looks like I drew two shapes that look like this. And then again here, we can see we got some eyebrows here. And some eyebrows here. And then we're just gonna do our half tree leaf. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Just like that. Okay. Something like that. And then put our eyelashes in here like so. Okay. Some eyelashes there. Okay. And then this will be my dead space here. Okay. So you're going to hear me tell you a lot about dead space, or talk about dead space as I'm going through this, but dead space is basically where there are no features. No eyes, no mouth, no nothing. It's just the skin. I use that more. Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on, Augie Dog? Thank you so much, Augie Dog. He became number 7 in my fan club. Awesome. And you sent me a heart. Hey, that's what's going on, man. Thank you so much. Special shout out to Augie Dog. Augie Dog. Is that Augie's dog? Or I don't know. Okay. Let me see here. All right, now let's go to our next set of eyes. And hopefully this is making a little bit of sense to you. Oh, okay, awesome. Thank you so much. I certainly appreciate it. All right, now we got over here, we got these eyes. Now these eyes right here are not going to be so closed off at the bottom here. So what we can do here then is I would make these a rounded kind of a shape. So what I'll do is I'll use the same concept, the same shape. So if you look at this shape, again, basic shape, of the dead space, okay, with the offset points on it, right? Then you can see here that our brow shape is going to go right here across the top as a thin little line, right? And then if you look here, then the space between the eye is separated amongst this line here. So the difference between this one is this one started on top of the line here versus this one started kind of with the line in between it, because this has a more this shape here is more round, right? More round shape. So we'll put a little note here that this is a middle. So rounder shapes use a, what is this? I guess we can call this a foot, more of a football shape, maybe of a football shape. So football. I'll put a little note there because I got to take all these notes and then organize them for my pad over here. So once we put those in there, then we do this and this, this, and that, right? And then you can see here, your eyelashes are here. So you see how that looks just like the reference picture. And then you can see the little bit of space over the top that's normally going to be kind of colored in or shadowed because of the nature of the face. So that one came out pretty good too. Okay, so once you understand this dead space stuff, a lot of the drawing eyes becomes very easy at that point. I think the best example, I've seen some artists do like mask, like describe it as a mask technique almost, but I just think of it as an individual shape. See, and you'll see here that most people have the same dead space over their eye, unless, especially when smiling. But this one, okay, she again, we're going to go back toward this shape here. So, because her eyes are not as round because of her smiling nature, you can see the squintiness of the eye. So that wouldn't apply to her. So we could take this shape here, right, again, and we can exaggerate that space. This is the shape again, the offset house, right? And the offset house. And what's cool about this shape allows you to draw the eyes, or draw the face without eyes. Okay, so it allows you to kind of determine what your spacing is going to be between your eye shapes by drawing the dead space first, so you don't have that intimidation factor. And then up here you can see here goes her brow shape, and then here goes the brow shape again, right? And then here we can see that this is the bottom of the eye here, so we're going to go up top with a much more squeezed shape, right? Just like so. Everything's squeezed, right? And then you can see here her eyelashes coming off. Okay? So this is a 1/2 tree. Okay? All right. And basically what that means is, when I say tree, I'm talking about a tree leaf. Like that. So 1/2 tree. Okay? All right, guys, don't forget to share the stream. If you guys are enjoying the stream today, don't forget to share with somebody you think would benefit from all this drawing together with me stuff. All right? Let's go to the next picture. These are all my little sketches. Right? Let me see. Now, let's look at some faces that have a little bit of animation. Let's see. This one right here. Now, what kind of shape would this be? This shape, normally when I see a shape that has a lot of fat outside the eye like that, I generally tend to think of triangles. So I generally tend either triangles, or what can I think of that as? A heart, maybe a side of a teardrop, maybe. You know what? Maybe if I thought of it as like a teardrop. This is the shape here. This is the shape here, right? You see? So uh, let me see. No, no, that wouldn't be it because I'm looking at the natural curve of the eye shape. So I want something like I know what I want. This is the shape I want right here. One. Okay. So they look like Nike signs. Just do it right, but upside down. So you kind of you can draw them like this or draw them from the outside and come in, right? This is the one we want. So once we put the two little Nike signs right there, then you can see that our eyebrow goes here and here, like a little worm on top of it, right? I'll color this in, color that in, right? All right, then here at the bottom of the shape, right, you can see this is going to be closed off right here. So this is what we'll do. We'll go ahead and this is her actual dead space. So we can just go ahead and just do this shape here, right? And it just kind of connects. So here goes your eyes here. And that's interesting. And then the eyelashes will come off like that. Okay, so you can see how we got all this little bulge out here on the outside of the eye. If that makes sense to you. Right? Okay. Let me see here. All right, let's see. Okay, let's do that one again. I thought that was very interesting. So let's look at it. Nike signs. Nike's, well, it's supposed to be fat on the outside. So we go Nike sign here. Right. Nike sign here. Right. Okay. And then we put our eye shape over the top of it. Like this. That's the part that gets colored in this. This is where you shade your eyebrows in, right here. Okay. Then down here, of course, is your eye shape. See here? And then your eyes go here. This gives you the bulge, right? Once you got the bulge, then you come off the side of the eye and you add your eyelashes, and then you can add the part over the top. So that would be how we get to these eye shapes right here. Okay. Hope this is helping somebody today. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a little bit of information brought to you by me. All right, today we're covering eyes, heads, nose shapes. I'll rename the video in a minute, but I got in and I was in a rush, so I just started drawing. So first things first, guys, if you want to take a class with me, I do online live one-on-one classes through Zoom. So you can go to rouserworld.com/classes, and then you can take a class with me. Thank you so much for going ahead and taking those classes. The next thing is our Patreon page to fund the classes and the fun being able to be a full-time art teacher. We have a community that donates to us. So this is our Patreon page. If you've been with me for a while and you'd like to sew into our community because you like the art lessons, you can go there and check it out. Join one of our tiers. We do have some behind-the-scenes videos there. We also have some in-depth caricature classes there and videos that are not available to you on YouTube or any other social media platform. That is my way of giving back to those that have decided to help to fund the art classes that we give online. Now also we do have tips. If you guys are benefiting, you're looking at the stream today and you feel like you're benefiting from what I'm sharing with you today and you want to sow into our community, that's super awesome. I thank you very much. You can do that at Cash App, $Rouserworld, or you could help me hit my goal. I did put a goal here on TikTok, guys. I would certainly appreciate it if you'd sew into me. Again, if you feel like you're benefiting from the art lessons today. On TikTok, on YouTube, you guys already know about the super stickers, so I'm also streaming on YouTube. There, you'll be able to see my face on YouTube. Sometimes on these multi-streaming platforms, I've been having a lot of problems with them lately, to be honest with you. So I just went on ahead and started streaming it from my phone, so I don't have to deal with it. Let me see. Digital persons, did you try AR? You know, I have tried some forms of AI art. But for me, I don't like the computer to do any thinking for me, like as far as that's concerned. I'm very old school when it comes to how I approach art. So I like to go if I like to do it with my hands, and then I'll involve technology minimally if I need to use it for some reason. But generally, I haven't done it. I do have this new program my wife just got. It was pretty cool, and because I got the new VR headset or VR set or something like that, and so in that VR set, you can literally draw. I can draw things like this. Then I can take a picture of it. Then I can project it, and then it locks it in space on a wall or on a canvas, and then I can recreate it. So sometimes I'll use that particular feature. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, let's go back to these eyes again. I'm having a little fun with this. Same eye shape. This one, let me see. She's a little bit more pleasant. So, with this is pretty much the same shape that she has, except what I would do. No, not really. It's not. Really, it's not. Really, what this shape is this shape here. So I would draw. What I would draw is these two shapes here. Okay, I don't know what to call those yet. If anybody can think of a cool name to call those, let me know, right? Okay, so the dead space in her eyes are shaped like this. So again, here is where we would want to put our lashes, okay, or our brow shapes. So the top of your dead space shape will always give you an indication of where your eyebrows are supposed to go. And this is a huge part of what you look like. So if you don't get this part right, if you're the type person when you take off and draw, you start looking right at the eye shapes and right at the brow shapes, you're going the wrong way. That's why you're probably missing your likenesses. You have to draw what's around them to give you the indication of what's, you know what I'm saying? So I use the lines, I use the shadows in the face to tell me where everything is. So I can use this brow, and I can clearly see underneath her eye is straight. So I'm going with the brow, and then I'm going straight underneath her eyes to create this shape. And then once I create it, then I come here and I'll say, okay, let's say I want to do this shape here. So now I put my shape inside, right? Okay, you can see all these little shadows right here, but you got your eyes like right in there, right? You see that? Just like that. And then you got your lashes here. Okay? Just like that. Okay? Now if you want to do exaggerated eyes, all you do is you make this space a little bit bigger. So let's see how we can exaggerate some of these shapes. Let's look at a shape and see if we can do some exaggeration here. Let's look at this one. Okay. Now with here, you'll see she has a very deep, curve or a very deep arc in her eyebrow. Okay. So what that tells me, number one, is her eyes are a little bit more rounder. You know what? No, I'll put them on top. I got it. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a shape like this. Let me see. So I'm looking at the dead shape here, dead space here, dead space here, dead space here, dead space here, dead space. Okay. If I want to go with something a little bit more extreme, I can come down here and make my space more, same shape though. All right. I can go like this. Watch. Okay. So this is the dead space above the eye. Okay. And again, this is the space in between here and how I interpret that space. Okay. So now my eyebrows will do something like this. See? So all of this is going to be dead space. Okay, once we get there, then we come inside of the shape. Now watch how everything just kind of folds together. Look. See there? Look at my eye shape. It's all about how you interpret this shape here. Okay. See how we interpret that so you can see if we got a real good likeness right there. Okay. This is where all your now this right here we could do the same thing with a little bit. Let me see. Hey, awesome, TJ. Thank you so much. I've been watching since I was younger. 2015. Holy smokes. Have I been doing this that long? Yeah, I've been streaming for that long. 2015. Yeah, and it says, thank you for teaching me the basic steps when I got into caricature when I was a kid. Yeah, man, no problem. Thank you so much, my friend. That was 10. Oh, my goodness. Okay, that's something to hear there. Now, this one right here, you can see what I wanted to do here was I went a little bit more extreme. So this might be a caricature artist. I might be exaggerating the eyes, and I might use a bigger dead space, right? And so what that might do is move my eyes down a bit, right? So I would come up here, go around, right? And then we got our eyelashes coming off here, right? And then we got our eyes coming off right here, okay? So you can see here, we got a much different space, right? But you see here we have an exaggerated dead space, which causes more of an extreme look for the eyes, you know what I mean? If that's something that you wanted to do, right? Something like that, right? Whatever we're doing, right? Whatever we're doing here, okay? All right. So let's see here. Hey, what's going on? I can't pronounce that. Oh, thank you so much, CLD. Thank you. Stephanie. Oh, what's going on, Stephanie? Yeah, it's really not that. Don't forget, just take a class with me. I can teach you how to do it. Just go to rouserworld.com/classes. I'll take care of you, okay? And I'll show you everything I know. And then I do these live streams. I'm gonna be doing them on TikTok a lot more. I'm doing them on YouTube and TikTok. YouTube, I have a much larger uh, 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 audience base because I've been doing YouTube for probably about, I don't know, 20 years almost of teaching art. So check it out. But check out my class. Also, guys, if you guys haven't, we do have memberships here on TikTok. So if you guys aren't a member of our TikTok, next this coming up year, we're going to be doing caricature workshops just for those that are members here on my TikTok page. So you'll be able to, if you can't, maybe time doesn't permit for you to do the classes, but you want to participate in that, that's something that would be cool. Okay. All right. So let's go back through these eyes again and what we're learning here. We're learning about the concept of drawing the eyes and what you must look at to get the eyes. So you don't ever want to take off and just when you draw your eyes, if you don't draw your eyes with an understanding of this, then and you looking directly at the eye shape, you're going to mess up because if I just take, let's say, a stick and a ball, right, and I use them for eye shapes, well, what I need to do is I need to figure out how much space is in between these, and if I don't understand that, I can't get a pretty good character. So if by me understanding this, like this shape right here, I could draw her because I can see that there's a lot of dead space. So I need to put a lot of dead space here. So even if I just drew circles for her eyes, right, you can see here that I'm still able to get even with this primitive drawing with she has some little freckles, right? I'm still able to get a pretty good likeness of my person, right? Just by doing little circles here. You get what I'm saying? So, but the dead space is really where your feature, what you look like, comes from. It's not the actual shape of the eye, and I think sometimes we don't get that. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right. Let me see here. Let me see. Let's go to. some expressive faces. Maybe I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go over here to Pinterest. Um, let's find Pinterest here, and then we'll look up the expressive eyes. Okay. Let's see. Let's look up expressive expressions. Let's just go with expressions. Let's see what happens here. Okay, and then faces. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, this is an expression, right? So we're looking at his eyes, right? And we're sitting down and we're thinking, well, how can we draw a caricature of him? Okay. Now, if you're inexperienced, you might start off with, trying to do all this, and then you kind of trying to pencil things, and you're doing a lot of this stuff like that, right? Okay. Only thing with caricature art, right? This is not that kind of an art, right? So you want something that's, you see this look, it takes a long time. And though you can probably get there, what you want to do again is go ahead and look at that dead space. So with this dead space right here, what I'm seeing is I'm seeing two kind of mooned shapes, like a, what's the word I'm thinking about? What am I calling this? I'm gonna do like this. These are the two shapes that I'm seeing here. Look. So if I want to exaggerate it, this is the dead space of the eye. Okay. Once I have that dead space, right, I don't really need it, because now I see my eyebrows are up here, right, and then here we got my eyes, right, and then here you got this right here. Okay, and then you have your eye shape. So you see all of this dead space here tells me what I need to be doing. This is my eyebrow. Okay, again, important, find the dead space. Find the dead space, and you'll be fine. But if you don't find the dead space, you're not going to be fine, right? You know what I'm saying? Just like that. See? Okay. Something like that, right? Okay. So you just go for it. Okay. All right. Did that make sense to you guys? Did that make any did that make any kind of sense? Okay. Yeah. Cool. Mm-hmm. Mm. I guess but you see how this is going to be a little bit. How do you learn the cartoon mouth shapes? Oh, well, I'll show you in just a minute. Now, let me write that note down here. Somebody asked about mouth shapes. All right, I'll get into that in a minute. So again, uh, with these, dead space is the key. This way is great, but don't, like, this is not how you want to approach caricature, because this is not engaging your spontaneous mind. There's a part of your mind that's spontaneous, and a part that's logical. So when you tend to sketch a lot, your logical brain is taking over here, and so you're trying to make sense out of every line. And what's going to happen is, when you draw caricatures, you're going to have to draw lines that don't make sense in real life. You get what I mean? But they make sense in a cartoon. So by doing it this way, it forces you to draw like a portrait. This way forces you to draw like a cartoon artist. You know what I mean? In fact, learning how to draw cartoons will make you a better caricature, a better portrait artist. Because I used to draw portraits, I stopped drawing portraits to draw caricatures. Did that for many, many years. I'm still doing it now as my full-time job. And then I went back to revisit that, and then I could see that they came out differently. So yeah. Now somebody asked, "Hey, what's going on, Roberto? How are you today?" Okay, what's going on, guys? I hope that you guys are loving the stream today. Don't forget to share if you guys like to uh, know someone that would benefit from the information that we're doing today. Just very quickly, I'm going to give you a quick thing on mouth shape. Somebody asked me about that. So today I'm just kind of doing a potluck thing. So if you guys have any questions about caricature, something that you don't understand that you want me to break down for you, just ask a question. If you have somebody that you want me to draw, just ask a question. And also, guys, don't forget, man, if you are benefiting, you feel like you think I'm all right, I'm pretty cool, you want to buy the artist a cup of coffee, man, tips are awesome, man, at Cash App, $, World. Or if you guys don't mind helping me hit my goal, I did put a goal up there for the little bear things on TikTok. So I'm trying to hit that, a goal of 50 of those. So thank you so much if you guys will help me with that. And then I'm also trying to get our subscribers up. So we have right now, I think we're currently at about maybe 8 subscribers on TikTok, but I'm trying to build my community here. So if you guys will go over and check it out, our memberships on TikTok, next year you'll be we're going to be doing some really cool stuff. This is Christmas, so we're just going to kind of be continuing the stream as it is now, but eventually we'll get into those classes that I was telling you about, those mini classes that I'm going to be doing for my subscribers and members here on our TikTok. So if you're not a member, I certainly urge you to go over there and check it out. Now let's go over here and answer this thing about mouth shape. So this is for Binks. Okay, I'm gonna write your name here so I can Binks, right? Okay, so Binks asks how to draw mouth shapes. Okay, well, let me show you. The one of the lessons that one of the most important lessons I learned about caricature, which is also one of those life things, right? Okay, there is one ring that rules them all. Okay, I got that from Harry Potter. Was it Harry Potter? No, that was Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings. Okay, and what that means is that every feature has one shape that you can pretty much cheat with every time and get that shape right. Okay, for me, the mouth shape is always going to be this shape. Okay, does anybody know what that shape is? Can anybody give me a does anybody have an inkling what that shape is? Some crowd participation here. What is this shape? What is it? Don't forget, what is it? And if you don't know, we're just going to call it what it is, okay? This is a hexagon, right? Because it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is a 6-sided figure. Okay, that's right. Now, every single last mouth ever known to mankind is all based off of this shape. Okay? It's either a direct implication of this shape or it's a skewed representation of this shape. What does that mean? Well, here we go. I'm going to draw a center line right through this, and I'm going to cut my hexagon in half. Okay? So let's go with a full mouth. I'm going to use the whole shape. So I'm going to draw the top of the shape, the bottom of the shape, right? And then I'm going to put a shape here and here, and then do like this. So now I have a full mouth. You get it? Can't miss with those. And then you can put the shape of your teeth, whichever way you want to go. If your teeth are really straight, you can use a straight line. Your teeth are really crooked, use a crooked line in the middle. You can color these spots in. Okay? That's pretty much, and then you put your gum line in here. Okay? That is how you draw a full mouth. Well, what if somebody doesn't have a full mouth? What if somebody has a smiley mouth, right? A half mouth. Well, then I'll use the bottom half of this shape here. Okay, then I just do like this, and I use the same concept. Okay, and then I just draw my teeth in there. You see? So that's another mouth. Now we have, what if somebody has those teeth where they look like they got buck teeth? Well, then you draw the other half of the mouth. Don't draw the bottom of it yet, because see, you can make your teeth hang out. This is his gum line, right? This is the back, this is the bottom of the shape here, because the lip naturally comes out here. So you can see here that the teeth almost protrude outside of the mouth, making the teeth look very buck teeth shaped. Okay? So no matter what, these are all direct versions of the mouth shape. Does that make sense? Blink, Binks? Did I answer that for you? Okay. Now, if so this is full, this is half bottom, half top. All right. Now, what happens then if you have a skewed representation? Skewed. Oh wow, what happened there? Oh, did I just turn my lights up? Oh, I didn't. Hold on a second, guys. My light's just overheated, but luckily I have this light over here on the scene. So let me see here. Let me see. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to. As soon as it comes back on, we'll have some more light here. Can you guys still see my picture pretty good? Let me take this off of here real quick. Okay. Hold on. All right. There we go. All right. So now we're going to go to skewed. Okay, so if we have a skewed representation of that shape, that means, what does skew mean? Skew means when you take a shape and you do something weird with it. You know, like something you bend it, like, so if this is this top, right, over here, this top might bend over here. Because how many sides? 1, 2, 3 sides, right? 1, 2, 3 sides. And then I might have 1, 2, 3 sides over here. You get what I'm saying? But the concept still remains the same. This is for like when you have people with, you have dimensional shapes. So maybe your caricature is facing that way. So you want to do something, you want to, or you know, am I saying that right? I think it's right. Okay, so you have your skewed shapes. Okay, so that's something that you have to practice. This might be 3 sides over here. I might go 1, 2, 3, right? I might go 1, 2, 3, right? Then I might have some teeth like doing like this in the bottom, right? And then I might have some teeth coming out over here, right? It does. I'm just using my imagination. All of this is kind of colored in, and then you got some lips up here, right? Right. It all depends on, again, what you're trying to do with your caricature. Okay, so you just have to toy around with it and figure it out. So I'll do a couple of mouths here with you. Let's see here. So we got this guy, right? So when I look at that mouth, you can clearly see that this is the bottom shape of this shape. So I have a top line, and then I have a line, 1, 2, 3, skewing my shape sideways. And this is just his lip at the top. This is his lip at the bottom, right? You see? And then you got he has his teeth, his other teeth are way back here. You see? This is his mustache, right? I could have put like a little thing right here. So you can bend your lines on these two to make them more in, right? But all of it is just a representation of this shape. Hey, what's going on? Okay. All right, so that's just that one right there. And then we just color this all in here. All right, and you can see that shape, right, is in there. Boom, boom, all right? Okay. Let's look at another one here. See what we can find. Got to We got a smile right here. No, oh wait. How do we draw that smile right there? That's the bottom half of this shape. What am I going to do? I'm going to use the bottom half, but I'm going to make this side of the bottom half shorter so that the tape, it seems to taper. So I'm going to do this. One, two, three, right? And then I'm going to make it where it tapers so that you can see the edges of my mouth here. You can automatically see the shape. Here's the teeth. You get what I'm saying? You can get quick assimilations of those shapes by doing it this way. Okay? Very quick. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it again. So here we go. Or for this one, I like to call it my fish mouth, right? Because it looks like a fish tail if you look at it. Okay, here we go. Watch. Okay, so this is my fish. Sometimes this is my classic fish tail. Okay. All right, let's see. Let me sharpen my pencil up here. Turn these lights down just a bit. They're at the highest. Let me see, off, on. And let's turn them down just a bit. They too bright. Hold up, let me turn this on. One, two. So to cool them off, kind of. Okay, there we go. All right, guys. So, thank you, Mariah. All right, awesome. I'm glad that this is helping you guys. Don't forget, guys, if you guys are benefiting from the stream today, tips are appreciated. Tips at Cash App, $Rouser World. Okay. Also, you guys can join our Patreon family. If you are not a member of our Patreon, thank you so much for joining up today. Awesome. And then we have our live classes, so you can take classes if you want to book classes with somebody. For somebody, you want to get a class with them maybe for Christmas as a Christmas present or whatever, we can teach them how to do caricatures. Okay, so rouserworld.com/classes. Mariah asks, oh, thank you for the awesome comment. I appreciate it. Then it says, I was also always curious how y'all draw people so fast and accurate, and all of y'all draw the same style. Well, I think every character does have a different style. It can range from, your styles can range from pretty, I'd say pretty mild caricature to something that's way outside of the extreme, like the ones you'll see on TikTok. So it all depends on which way you want to approach it. But I think all the basic concepts still apply. Let me see, Saith, wish my daughter she is going to study. Oh, I didn't hear that part right. We had to retype that. I couldn't get the whole comment there. Okay. All right, let me see here. So let's go to next phase. So we're just doing mouth shapes right now. We did eye shapes, so we'll do mouth shapes. Anybody got anything else they want me to go over with today? They got a question about something. Here's a nice mouth. Here's a nice smile right here. I don't think I can get bigger. Oh yeah, I can. Okay, so here's a nice smile right here. So this one right here is you can actually use this shape here, or you can go with the other, the half shape. So what I would do on the top of my mouth is I'm thinking of the same shape, but I'm just going to bow the shape outwards, and then I'll come down to the bottom of my fishtail. So it's more like a fanned out situation. See how the mouth is more fanned out, so the lips are like a bit like this. They're very big and right, and then you have your shape where basically the shape of the teeth are very like this. They're very coming out and going back in, and then these are very just very big and in your face kind of a teeth shape. So this is the type of mouth that you want to draw here. Okay. A Tim Burton character like Corpse Bride, Victor and the Corpse Bride girl. Oh, okay. Let me see, Victor and Corpse Bride. I'll see if I can get to that today. Let me write that down here, Mariah. Okay, if I don't get to it today, Mariah, I will. I got you down here. I'm gonna be doing this daily, so I'm trying to figure out a good time that works for everybody. You know what I mean? I'm still in limbo about that because you have time zones and all kinds of stuff like that. So, you know. All right. Okay. So this is the last one. We'll do a little bit, one or two more mouths, and then I'm gonna go to the next thing. Now, if you're debating a closed mouth, like somebody with full lips, right? Something like this here. All right. Then the shape becomes pretty simple at that point. Really, all this is this shape. Remember the shape here? This is already it's already looks like that. If I just draw this top because you got one and two, if I draw one small and one big, that's the mouth shape. You see, this is her nose. These are her glasses. You see, this is her chin, right? You see it? Her and then her dead space, her eyes down here, right? You see what I'm talking about? Can y'all see it? So this shape is all automatically. This is in finishing. This shape is the one shape that rules them all. To me, okay, it's very important. I think, as a caricaturist, that you use your power of association to the max because that's really what caricature is in essence. It's how well you can associate what you're drawing with something that you already understand how to draw, and then you can draw it easier. But if you don't do that, you're going to be drawing anatomy at that point, and then if you're not, it's going to drawing anatomy. That's a whole nother type of art to get into, and if you don't know what you're doing, it'll make you look like you can't draw even if you can. Yeah. So yeah. All right. Now, so that was our last mouth picture. I do want to go over. I do want to do some head shapes here today too. So what time is it? 11:27. Okay. So yeah, I want to do some head shapes too as well. Okay. All right. Let's see here. So we did some eyes. We did the mouth. Right. And so now we're going to go into head shapes. Okay. So now head shapes. Hold on. Head shapes. Okay. Head shapes are 85% of your drawing. Hey, what's going on, Paloma from Brazil? Awesome. ¿Cómo estás? Yo espero que todo estás bien contigo. Está bien contigo. Excuse me. All right. All right. So we're going to give you the basic lowdown on head shapes. Okay. Listen to me. Well, if you listen to me. Okay. Mm-hmm. Let me see. Let me see. I'm trying to think of some shapes here. Okay. Let me see. So we got circle, square, diamond. What else we got? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a shape right there. Okay, so these are let's just do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we got 8 different shapes here. Okay, and so we want to do a caricature head. Okay, where would you start off if you're a beginner? Okay, you want to what the beginner way, and even seasoned professionals could learn something from this is to go with your head shape. If you want to, improve your speed. If again, everybody's going to do this differently. But how I do my head shapes is I keep everything this basic. I don't care what it is I'm drawing, but specifically, since we're talking about heads, you want to find a basic idea that represents the shape. If you can't think of this shape right here first, no matter how well you draw, you're going to miss the mark because of that, okay? So, with that being said, you simply want to take one shape. Let's say we took shape number 2. Okay, once we draw shape number 2, as big or as small as we want it, we draw a line there to say that we think of it like a fraction. Okay, 1/8, 2/4, 1/2. Let's just say this is a 1. Let's say this is a 1 over a 2, right? Okay, so this is a 1 shape, right? And then over here, it's a 2, so it's a larger number at the bottom. So if there's a larger number at the bottom, right, that means there's going to be a larger shape at the bottom. So this might be shape number 1, the 2, but maybe I have an 8 at the bottom, so I have a 2/8. Okay, so what does that mean? I have a 2, and then I have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-sided shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's our head shape. Now we attach ears to it, and then we attach a neck shape, and then we attach hair, right? And then we attach eyes, a nose, and a mouth. You see, this is how I draw my character. This is the process that I go through. Okay, so if you have a 4, so you got a shape that's very tall up top. And let's just say I want a shape that's smaller down here. So I'll draw my line. I can use any one of the shapes. So what if I have a 4 over a 1? Okay, a 4 and a 1. Well, obviously I can't draw the whole 1 as a circle, but I can do this. I can kind of do the 1 like this. Okay. Okay, so there goes our head shape, right? So now we have our ears here, our eyes here, our nose and our mouth, but we have a taller shape up top, okay? Because we have a shape bigger up top than the bottom. So you want to have some differences between the top and bottom. You want to have an imbalance in the shape. It makes the picture go a lot smoother, you know what I'm saying? David, what's going on? David, man. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, man, I hadn't heard from you in a minute, David. What's been up, man? Oh, so you're going to be taking some more classes? My book is going to, we definitely, my wife already said that we're going to definitely put it out next year. It's just that it was, what was holding us up was not the part about the writing of it. It was the videos that we were putting along with the book. So I don't want to just write a book. I want to write the book, and then as we write that book, I'm going to have videos to go with every section of the book. This way, you can't. There's no misunderstanding what I said in the book. And then the cool part about it is that it's going to be just this simple. Now, let me ask you a question, guys. Do you think, just out of curiosity, just from the feel that you're getting from the stream today, do you think that does my teaching style come across too elementary for you? Do you feel like I should be more complicated? Like, you understand what I'm saying? Because I know some artists, especially if you've been, sometimes artists and musicians, they got it bad. They start talking to people in artist lingo and musician lingo, and Regular people don't understand that. They just want to learn how to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to ask, what did you think about that? Yeah. Okay. Now let's go back over here, and again we're going to break down these head shapes, and then I'm going to do it with some people here to show you how it works. Okay. So again, let's say we have a five. Okay, which is a semicircle. Okay. And then if we have a five, we can also have a seven. So let's say I put a seven over a five. My head is going to look like this. You see what I'm saying? My ear shapes go here. You see? Eyebrows, eyes with the dead space. Remember we talked about the dead space, right? Then we got the nose, and then we got our mouth, right? And then what you would do is you just kind of round the edges off to make it into a person. Let's say this person is bald on the side, maybe on the top. Maybe we can do something like this. You see what I'm saying? This has a little neck right here. So all day long, this is how we can do one. It's not really that hard to be able to caricature these pictures. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take this and I'm going to go over here and I'm going to do some practicing. Again, this is just my practice time that I'm doing. Just happens to be live, right? I hate drawing alone. All right, so head shapes. Let's go. Let's put this over here, and then let's go over here and discover some head shapes. Okay, so if I go to this face here, okay, if I put my pencil here, okay, what I'm seeing is that shape number two. I put it right on the eye. Shape number two is bigger than shape number one. Okay, so, and then her jawline, what I do is I look at the shadows in her jawline, okay, to see what I would do in a caricature. Not in real life, but in a caricature. Right, they can add their own stylistic choices, right. Exactly. I don't care how you style the picture. I'm just trying to give you the science behind why it works that way. You know what I mean? Okay. And also, guys, don't forget to help. Go on over there and subscribe. Subscribe to our membership today. We got memberships on TikTok, guys. Trying to get 6 subscribers. Can I hit that goal? Is it possible? Is it even possible to get 6 subscribers today on TikTok? Is that a thing? Do people actually do that? You have become Marie Moses. You've become the number. You are my number 8 fan. Oh wow. Okay. Boom. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I got diamonds. Some kind of diamond in them. I got you. Thank you so much, Mosaic Art or Marie Mosaic. How about that, man? How about that, man? Okay. Now let's go ahead and get into it. So now we talked about the head shapes and we talked about the half and the half. So when I go through that half, I'm looking at the top half and I'm saying, well, top half is clearly a number 5 shape, right? So it's this shape here. Okay? Her number 2 shape, right, is going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4. So her number 2 shape is a 5-sided figure. This one. The one that we did here, but it's upside down and the curves aren't as sharp. So when I'm drawing a man, if I'm drawing a guy, I'm going to go ahead and get that for you right now. If I'm drawing a guy, I might go with more edgy shapes like this. But if I'm drawing a girl, right, what I'll do is I'll go watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see? Now, all I have to do is add my ear shapes to my shape. Look. Here, here, watch. This is the earring shape. This is the earring shape. This is the neck shape. Okay? Then you come back and you add your hair shape. So you can go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's the shape of her hair. Then I might go over here. I would have drew this first, but I was trying to show you the head first. Okay, you see? Okay, you see that those head shapes are super important. So now we're really almost halfway done with the picture because remember this is 85% of my drawing. Okay. Then I go to my dead space and I think, well, what is she doing? I might do something like this here. This will be my dead space. So I'll go right here, here, right, and then I'm gonna put my dead space about right here. One, two, and then one, two, right? And then I'll just do like this. Cause see, she got her eyes are really not that shape. It's just really this little peak she colored on the end of her eyebrows, right? So this would be her dead space, and then this would be, you see, right there. See, and we got the nose shape here, right? And then we got this. Now this is remember this is a skewed shape, right? So when it's skewed, right, we want to we basically what's happening here is that we got to try to find the dead space, the way for this mouth, boom, and then come here, and then I'm gonna go like that, okay, and then I'm gonna go over here and go. It's like a circle. I should have just made this one round, so it's round and round, just like that. All right. And plenty of freckles for her. Right? Okay. You understand? Hopefully that makes sense to you. Okay, so Mariah asked me for a picture of the corpse bride. Okay. So let me see if I can find that. What is that? I've never seen that before. I mean, I've heard of that on maybe on Netflix. Okay, so is this the corpse bride right here? Okay, so this is who you want me to draw? Yes. Okay, cool. All right, cool. So let me see what we can do with this. Now, with this drawing, even though it's already in a cartoon form, right? You can use the same concept here, okay? With this one, if we do like this, right? We can kind of see where the head shape is already going here. So the biggest parts of her net, her are her is going to be her upper shape. So her upper shape is bigger than her bottom shape. So if I were going to make oh snap, cut dog. Hold on, guys. Can you guys see that? Okay. Hold on. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to find my. Okay, hold on. Hold on, guys. Okay, I'm so sorry about that. Something went wrong here on my pad with my thing here, so I had to restart it. Okay, hold on. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Let me go back over here. Okay, here we go. All right. Ooh, man, I just messed up that one. My bad. I forgot to have this thing open. That's why I didn't see that it was doing that. I'm gonna have to keep this one over here. Okay, let's see if she'll come. Okay, she's back. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, there's this little thing when you go live on your phone. That's why I usually keep this one down here because it'll allow me to see when the little puzzle piece, I got to put a little puzzle piece in there. It'll tell me to do that when it starts. So I'm so sorry. My bad. Okay. All right. Now, let's go ahead and draw this one out for you real quick. Okay. So my first shape is going to be a number 5 shape. So I'm going to do something like this. It's number 5. And then I have a 1, 2. I basically just have a shape that goes 1, 2 right here. So I have basically a triangle at the bottom like this. Okay. So this is the shape of the head. Okay. So, and then from here, we'll have a little small neck like this. You see? And then we have our shoulders. Okay? Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to, okay, what's going on? Don't forget, guys, to sign up for our memberships today if you guys want to be a member of our page. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let's go over here to this shape here. So we're gonna go out here to this one shape, and then we're gonna put this other shape here inside of that shape. Okay, see? And then we have these little curly little thingamajigs here. Again, I'm not concerned with making everything exactly right. As long as I can get a good likeness, I'm drawing my own interpretation of this picture. All right, so that might be this one here. Then we will come around to the side here, and looks like I got I'm gonna look at this shape like this. I'm gonna go in, then out, then in, then out and down. And then this one right here looks like it'll be a little bit wavy down here. 1, 2, and 3. So it's a little wavy. And then it just comes out like so. And a little bit of wave down here. And then this one goes out and comes in. And then it looks like it's got some bride stuff back here. So this stuff would be like really light. These lines back here would be light lines to be like cloth behind the head. You know what I mean? Something like that. Okay, easy, right? All right, now let's go ahead and start drawing our caricature in here. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get our dead space. Okay, so for the dead space here, what I'm seeing is this right here. I'm gonna go with the top shape, right? And then I'm gonna go with it's going down here, so I'm gonna go like this and like this. You see? But I'm not gonna make the line dark all the way around. I'm gonna make the outside of the eye darker where there is no eyeball. So wherever the eyeball is, you see how I left this kind of open and lighter, than this side is here is darker, so that I could do, you know what I'm saying, this shape here. See? This is just a whole nother part right here. All right. Now, let me see here. Let's go to our nose shape. She has a really small nose, so it's like super little, like almost like it's a little skeleton nose. So we're going to do something like this. Right? See her little skeleton nose, right? And now let's go ahead and get that head shape in there real quick. So I'm going to do something like this. Come around here. I'm going to do something like this. Okay. Now, I could have made that indentation right there, but I don't want to. But I can if I do like this. I guess I can. This is a skeleton. So I'll go in just a little bit. So it looks like a little protrusion right there, like a little skeleton-y face, right? All right. Then we come back and we draw our lip shape. So what I'm going to do here again is when I got these are very pouty kind of lips here. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna go like this, I'm going to go straight around, come straight back, and like this. So I'm drawing the middle line of the lip, and then I'll come back and I'll give the fullness of the lips here. And then I come back here, I'm going to come with a much smaller looking circle here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a little circle, just like this. Okay? You see it? Okay. Thank you, Gloria. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Okay? Don't forget, guys, to help me hit my goal today. If you guys are feeling the stream today and help me hit my goal, man, thank you so much. I certainly appreciate you. Okay? All right. So pretty much, we'll just kind of shadow it in, right? Add some lipstick or whatever we're going to do. All right. And then we'll have, like, you know, the shadows around the eyes and stuff like that. So we can just do like this here. And then what I'll do, sometimes I'll just make a little shape here. And maybe I'll just color that shape in to show you where your shadows would be at. Okay, so I don't like to draw, so I just draw like a shadow. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right, let me see. Then we go over here and the same thing. Okay, something like that. All right, now let me get my pencil sharpener here. Okay, and I think there's nothing else really to be done to this picture. Okay, I can take my pencil from the side and maybe do something like this. I'm just gonna do something real quick. Something like this. I'm just doing it real quick. This is going to be like a hat, like a cross hatch. This will be darker in here. So let me cross hatch that again. I'm just darkening this space in. And then something like that. Okay. Oh yeah, this one is definitely being recorded live. Let me see. So this is like a little. All right, and then up here, we'll have to make these darker some kind of way. Maybe I could just do something like this. I'm going to leave a line between the hair and this. This way it looks like I did something different. All right. Okay. I'm definitely going to share this on YouTube. Yes. All right. So let me go ahead and sign my work here. Okay. And there you have it. I think that's the best I got. Okay. And again, this is just a testament to how powerful those head shapes are. Thank you so much, Simply X. When you are using these head shapes in the manner in which I showed you how to use them, you want to go pick a top shape, pick a bottom shape, and this way you can. And all you have to do is be able to look at the face. Let me see here. Coraline. Edward Scissorhands. I remember that. Oh yeah. Oh, that's cool. They got the little dancing little. Okay. All right. Let me see here. Let's see if we can find some more. One or two more. Any other requests, guys? Any other requests? Jack Skeleton's wife. No, this is what her name is. what's the name of this? I can't remember her name. It's a skeleton lady. Yeah, I think it looks like her. She's cool. All right, all right. Look up Tim Burton. Maybe he has a lot of characters. Tim Burton. Yes, I do commission drawings. I don't like these types of drawings. I've never like sold them before. I mean, even though this technically, I guess, would be my version of this person. Ortega, Jenna Ortega as Wednesday. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Jenna Ortega. Okay, she's Wednesday. Okay, so this would be her right here. I don't like that one picture because it's not a good picture. I mean, I guess I'll have to work with that one. That's the best one. It looks like it has. Um, Maybe this one. It's just that I don't know. Does that one have enough? It doesn't have a lot of life. Well, let me see. Mm, yeah, I guess I will just do it that one. Let me see. I'm just trying to find one with good lighting on it. But this seems like it'd be a pretty. This seems to be an iconic picture of some kind. So I'm gonna use this one. Lydia Dietz from Beetlejuice. Yeah, Beetlejuice. All right, let me see what I got here. Now you're probably thinking because I can't see her forehead, that I'm gonna be confused about. But no, I'm not. I'm not gonna be confused. Okay. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna do this. One, two, watch, and then I'm just gonna make this the top of my shape. Okay. Once I do that, then I come here. One, two, three, four. She has a five shape too. So here we go. You see? And then what we'll do here is we'll do a D shape here. Boom. Like that. See? And then you have your hair coming down like this. Oh, forgot her ear shape over here. Something like that. Okay. Oh, this picture am I that I'm drawing for sale? Yeah. If you want to buy the picture, I'll yeah. Absolutely. I can't do anything with it. Are you talking about this picture? D Thug? Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I just ship it off to you. That's all. You get an address. We'll do a. I'll have my wife send you an invoice to pay for it, and then you just. Oh, what's the asking price for this one? You know what? I tell you what would be fair for this one. I think what would be fair. This is the number that came in my head. I would think this picture is probably worth about $35. And then I'll put it in a plastic. I'll put it in a plastic, clear coat it for you, and then ship it off to you. You just have to send me your mailing address. Or a PO box or whatever. People usually give me their PO box when I mail it off. But generally, I do it with caricatures. But sometimes people will ask me to draw the drawings that I'm drawing live. I've had that happen before. So yeah. Okay, cool. So let me put this. Hold up. I'm gonna put it in my little cartoon vote down here, so I know somebody wants to purchase that. And hold on. And what was his name? D Doug? Okay. I'm just gonna write this down in my little hold on. 1 second, D Doug. So I'll remember. Alright. Okay. Alright, let me put this over here. Coraline. That's her name. Coraline. Oh yeah, Mariah, you did it. That was a good one. I didn't know that that person was that popular. I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea. Okay. All right, now let me see here. Ooh, now we got this. Watch. Now we got where's that? What's our dead space here? I know what it is. Here, here. We're just gonna get a little bit of her eyebrow in here, and then this is gonna be her eye shape here. Something like that. Put a little dark space and a little lighting in there. Okay. Something like that, right? She has a very round nose. And then she has a little drop here. And then a little, she has a, mm. And then we'll just color this in here. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right, I think that's good right there. So let's add some shadow here. Just a little shadow. Something like that. I should have left that smile doesn't need to be in there. That smile needs to be a frown. Yeah, hold on a second. I tried to put a smile on her, but it just doesn't look natural. So I think I'm gonna do like that. There, this way she looks pissed. That's signature Wednesday Adams, right? Oh, let me see here. Oh man, cool. I got like it's a whole bunch of people who want to live, right? All right. Well, anyway, guys, welcome, 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 man. That's cool for y'all to come. Let me see here if I can change my music up here. I don't know. Let's see. I want to go with All right, there we go. All right, let me see here. So we're almost done with our Wednesday Adams picture. Again, we're showing you guys how to work those head shapes, right? Come up with amazing caricatures. Yeah, yeah. I use markers most of the time. So my next couple of drawings, this is what I'll do. I'm gonna go ahead and do. I'm gonna go ahead and do a couple of marker drawings for you, right? Just to give you a feel of how different they kind of come out, right? You know. Let's go with it here. I like to use big pencils. They give you a little bit more. They give you a little bit more surface area to play with. You know what I mean? Burner. Something like that. I don't know. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, so we got our Wednesday Adams picture. So now, check this out. I'm gonna go in my bag here. You know when they, I'm gonna go in my bag like Steph Curry. Steph Curry got a bag. He was saying, they be saying what's inside of his bag. I'm gonna show you what's in my bag. So I got some Sharpies here. We're gonna see which ones are the good ones here to use. Let me see. Oh yeah, this is a good one. So we're gonna use a chisel tip, and then I got on this bag over here. Um, I got some markers. So let me make sure this one is. I can tell that one's out of ink. I usually can tell by the tops. Donald Duck. Is that your? Is that who you want me to draw? Donald Duck? All right, guys. Real quick, while I'm switching up markers, a little bit of information for you guys. Don't forget that if you want to take classes with me, I'm an art teacher online. You can take one-on-one classes with me. You can book through our website today if you decide that you want to be a caricature artist. I'm the guy you want to talk to. I'll help you out. Also, guys, we do have a Patreon page. For you youngsters, y'all already know what Patreon is. It's a way for you to support your favorite content creator, your favorite art teacher. That would be me, right? And then, so if you want to check that out, guys, we would certainly love to have you. And not to mention, we appreciate your love and support for what we're doing. Me and my wife started Rousal World I would say about 15 years ago. And, well, here's where we're at. So it's a ministry slash art thing, and we'll be after our stream is over, which we got maybe about 5 or 10 more minutes of stream time. We'll go into our word of the day where we leave and do a little bit of an encouragement. And finally, guys, tips are awesome if you're here and you're benefiting from the lessons or whatever, and you like to donate toward us or give toward the artist. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You can tip at $ Rouser World at Cash App. Okay. Okay. Let me see here. So who's got Frankenstein's creature? Who? Frankenstein's creature. Never heard of that before. Who is that? Okay. Let me see here. Hold up. All right, hold on, guys. I had to tell my brother I'll call him back. All right, let me see here. Frank is the doctor. Frankenstein's. Oh, Frankenstein. Did you say the newest movie from Guillermo de Toro? Who? I don't even know which. Let me look it up. I don't know what that means. Let me see. What's his name? Guillermo Toro. Frankenstein. Okay, images. Uh, oh, so he made a movie. Oh, is that this guy? I seen that guy before. Let me see images of him. Wait, let me see. Top left. This one? Is this the one you're talking about? Oh, Frankenstein's monster. This is him. Okay, let me see if I can find a good picture of him. I guess that's right there, right? Can y'all see that at all? It looks kind of dark, but I can. I think I can try to piece it together. Let's see if we can do a cartoon of that. All right, let me see. I don't know. All right, I'm just gonna go with it. Let me see. Mm-hmm. I don't know how his hair is going back there, but I'm gonna try something here. It looks like it's doing like this and it's straight down, maybe. Something like that. Again, I can't really see a lot of the features here. So I'm kind of driving blind right now. Oh, crap. I messed up. Ugh. Can I fix that? I don't know. Oh, yeah, I can. I know what I can do. I know what I can do. Okay, so what's his dead space is definitely going to be a. I don't know if I can fix that, guys. What can I turn that into? You see where I did that at? Oh man, that sucks. Something like that. I don't know. I don't know. uh, mm-hmm. Okay. Something like that. Yeah, that's it right there. All right, now look, look, look. We're gonna do a little shadow work. I gotta go back into my bag though. I gotta go in my bag. Let me make sure we're not gonna get cut off here. Okay, let me see here. Okay, guys, and then I think this is gonna probably. Oh wow. Well, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen what he's gonna find when he goes to my booth. He's gonna find that there's nobody there because I'm packing up. Yeah, you better not show up over at my caricature. I holler at you, man. How can I help you, sir? I'm looking for my kneecaps. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Let's see. So let's do some shadows here. Okay, I'm just about done, guys. Okay. Oh yeah, I did that. Okay, I ain't gonna even mess. You know what? That mistake that I made actually paid off to my benefit. I see why. I see now. It was. See, you can't be so quick to get off into the. Because if I do like this, right there, we go. Yeah, it really helped me out. Now check this out. Oh, his character is very nice. Oh, okay, cool. I'm glad to know. See, I would have misjudged this guy. I can see it now. That cartoon artist is a real jerk. He should have drew his picture. The guy was just looking for his kneecaps. Guess he hadn't seen the movie. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna do it quick this way. I can't. All right. Look. Those are his little. You know, Frankenstein got the little pegs in his head. You gotta put Frankenstein's pegs, right? Yeah, awesome, guys. Let me see here. All right, now again, guys. Don't forget, tips are awesome if you feel like you're benefiting from the stream today. I think, guys, that woo. I think I'm gonna go ahead and we gotta go ahead and start getting into our word of the day because I gotta try to go into work and do a little bit of work today. It's been real slow for me because everybody, I guess it's Christmas time, so people are a little bit less. Well, not. Well, I don't know that for a fact. That's just what I'm assuming. You know what I mean? I'm careful about what I state as fact from now on. I don't know. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so what was his name again? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put this. Hold up, browser. I'm gonna put it in my vault, right? Cause I got some. I'm gonna be making little videos out of it. So I'm gonna make a. Put this back up as a video, so you can play it back and you can draw along with it or whatever. Cause I'm recording all this anyway, so it is. It doesn't matter. Okay. So let me see. I got uh. Okay. Let me see where we're at here. All right. And finally, let's go back over here to Pinterest. Don't need that. Don't need that. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and start wrapping up here, guys. I think I had enough. I've drawn enough for today. All right? And we're going to close out with this one, and then I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna do my word of the day. So let me see. Matter of fact, hold on a minute. Let's go ahead and get all that out real quick, and then we'll start from there. Hold on a sec, guys. Do, 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 do. Okay. All right. Hold on. I'm on. Just give me a minute, guys. Do 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 do. Okay. All right. Okay, guys. So let's do this last picture here, and then we're gonna get out of here. Hey, right on, Mariah. Thank you so much. I super appreciate you coming out today. Hopefully, you can join more live streams whenever we do. I haven't found a specific time that I'm comfortable with for streaming, so I've been doing TikTok more sporadically versus on YouTube. I have two dedicated stream days of Mondays and Saturdays at 9:30 a.m. But TikTok is going to be a little bit. I'm going to be doing them a little bit more frequently. Oh, so you okay? So you got notifications. Oh, they have notifications. Okay, I didn't know they had a notification button on this one. Yeah, so yeah, put on the notifications button, right? And let's finish up. Let's finish up with a pixie hairdo, right? So let me see. Let's look at. Let me see. What about? Let's see. Somebody challenging here. Okay, I did that one. Let me see. That one looks cool. That one looks really cool. I don't know. Something about the way she did her makeup, very interesting. All right, here we go, guys. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then we got this. Hmm. You like the way I put her eyebrows on her hair? It's a caricature. You can do that. It's not real life, man. All right, then we're gonna go to do. We're gonna do a. I guess I should have put her fingers in there. I forgot. So I ain't gonna be able to do it now. But I guess we don't need them. It's okay. Okay. Oh, really? I had almost 50 viewers when I drew. Oh, wow. Awesome. I'm gonna have to get some more. I'm gonna have to get you to recommend some more people to draw for me. Since sometimes I don't know, cause you know what I'm saying. When you get older, you don't know what's cool anymore. It's some things are just not. You just don't know no more. You just don't know. Okay. Hey, what's going on, Ron? How are you, Ron? Yeah, I'm actually about to close that, man. I gotta be getting out of here. I gotta do a word of the day, and then after the word of the day, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, guys. We need to get back to get our work on here. I'm gonna use a crayon for her here on this one. Okay. Oh wow. With to buy a rug for me, rug savant. That's good. All right. So go ahead and sign our work. And we're going to go ahead and get into our word of the day today. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to kind of change up my music here. Okay. And we're going to, hold on. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, guys. So again, I'm just gonna go ahead and turn this off real quick. I want to thank you guys for coming out to the live stream. So happy that I got an opportunity to meet you guys, to draw with you, and hopefully to give you a little bit of enlightenment, take a little bit of stress off as far as some of the things that you've been maybe struggling with when you are learn well in your artistic journey. One thing that being an artist this long has taught me is that you can always learn something new. I've been drawing for probably almost 50 years, and it's been a journey. And what's crazy is that through all of this drawing, right? It's like I started here, and then I went all the way around, right? And I went through all of this, these phases of drawing. This drawing right here, I remember because this is me saying, you know, I know it all. All right, that was me right here in this part of my journey. And then as I got closer, it seems, to this part of my journey, I find myself saying, uh, okay, question marks, right? Because I keep my mind in exploration mode. Because if you don't stay in that exploration mode, then you miss out on so many things that can improve your artwork, just so much. And so that is just again one of those key lessons that I learned. Another key lesson that I learned is how spiritual artwork actually was. It's actually artwork that made me look at my spirituality and look at God a different way, because it was the simple lessons of this that taught me lessons on a grander scale. One thing in the word in the scripture they use is this word called omnipresence, right? And omnipresence is a word meaning that like all places at once. So when they say God is omnipresent, right? They're saying he's all one place at once. Now, yes, I do believe that physically he is there everywhere at once. But to bring it down to a level where we can understand it, it is let's if you've ever been to school and you take a science class, right? And they tell you that in science class that what the boiling point of water is, right? And so when you learn that there's a temperature that things get to before they become volatile, right? And they start to change forms, right? And there that science, right, applies to everything. There's nothing on earth that's outside of that concept, right? If you apply enough environmental pressure on any organism, some will adapt and survive and some will die. They will change forms, in order to, because it's put, they've been pushed to that volatility point. So what I mean when I say God is omnipresent, I look at the teachings of the Bible here, and I apply them to my life in general. Like I'm learning now that the base, in order to draw more effectively, I must understand what basic shapes are. Not complicated shapes, but basic shapes. That everything is a basic shape. Now, what is a shape then? What is a shape? Right? A shape is what? A shape is a pattern, right? And a pattern, right, is the way that things go. So if you learn shapes, shapes mean order, shapes mean patterns, shape means structure, shape means this is the way it's supposed to go. You can't change that shape. You can't change the basic nature of that shape. That's just how God does it. Okay? So, what I'm going to do is I like to share a word of the day with you after every stream because this, one of the biggest, I believe, setbacks for us as human beings in our minds is getting to this point where we feel like we know when we don't know. And in the scripture, it says that when the light that you have is truly darkness, how deep your darkness truly is. And what this means, if you've ever seen the Avengers, it means that you're dangerous, Tony. You're dangerous, Iron Man, because you're wrong and you think you're right. So you will go to the extreme with what you think is the greater good when it's really not doing you any good. You know what I'm saying? So giving the sharing the word of the day is a way to keep us always in this mode. Because if you're in exploration mode, life just seems to have a lot more fun. It's a lot brighter outside. It's a lot, you know what I mean? When you separate yourself from the status quo of how people think and learn how to see the world through the spirit, things change the way you look at them. So let's go ahead and go in our word of the day. Okay, our word of the day is called, and I'm going to be going to my book called Jesus is Calling. It's 365 devotionals for children. It's written by Sarah Young, right? I found this book when I was going through. I was going to Goodwill one day, and when I was there, I saw this book, and I was like, "Oh man!" I picked it up, I opened it, and I loved the way that it read, and it went right along with my teaching style. So my teaching style is to teach like a child. You know, in the Bible, it talks about you can't come to me unless you come as a child, right? You have to come in order to believe, in order to have a relationship with God, you must come as a child. And a child is a person, for all intents and purposes, that believes whatever they hear. You get what I'm saying? That's the only, in order for God to see God work in your life, you have to literally believe that He is who He is and He can do what He says He can do. Just like you can believe anything else, you can choose where you get to put your faith at. So this one is called An Adventure with Me, an adventure with me, an adventure with God. So we're going to go ahead and get our Bible out. If you guys have your Bible handy, we're going to go to the book of John, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, if you've never been to. And we're going to go to John 16 and 20. And then we're going to see what the Lord has for us today. And then we're going to go ahead and get you guys out of here. Let me make sure that I'm not getting turned off here. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, 1620. So what it says is, on that day, you will realize that I am in my Father, and you are in me, and I am in you. Oh man, what does that mean? What does that mean? Listen, let me say it again. On that day, right? Because we're on exploration mode, and this is really what happened to me to keep me in this point. Okay, here we go. So check it out. It says, on that day you will realize that I am the Father, right? So let's just put a person here, right? I'm a visual guy, okay? I am the Father, okay? You are in me and I am in you. So it's like if this is the Father and then this is Jesus talking with us and then this is us. We're all a body, right? In other words, everything, this body represents everything in existence. The outside body represents everything. And we are a part of everything. We are an omnipresence. We are a part of, we are, the only reason we exist, in other words, is because God says we do exist. Does that make sense? Yes, we are praying. Oh, hey, Cherish, how are you today? Welcome to this. Oh, and you're feeling sick today. Oh, man, I hope it wasn't something I said on the last class. I'm praying for you to get better. We'll definitely do a prayer for you today before we leave. All right. So that means that, again, check it out. The whole, God thinks in terms of bodies, right? So everything that is us, every cell, every organism, everything that's made out of anything, this is what omnipresence means. Omnipresence means everywhere at one time. Hit the science of God, the thoughts of God, the way God wants things to go, it all works to his glory. We are simply particles or pieces of a body doing a job while we're here on earth. And this is the great adventure. So let's look at what it says here. This is very short. Living your life. Living your life, it says, while depending on me is a great adventure. Most people, grown-ups and kids alike, scurry around trying to do things their own way. Some are huge successes by the world standard, and some fail miserably by the world standard. But both miss out on what life is supposed to be, an adventure with me. So what God is saying is that we were born, the day we were born, it was us, it was you and God in this bubble. And he said, it's us, me and you, because he knows you personally. You weren't just bought up. You weren't just thought up. You wasn't just any of that stuff. It was you and God, you, and he said, look, Mariah, look, Cherish, look, it's me and you, and this is what I created you for. Okay, then you're gonna go through life, right? And then he's telling you when you finish with what you're doing, right? What's gonna happen is you're gonna come right back to me unless you get off course somewhere. You decide that you want to do not what I brought you into this world for. You decide that you want to go over here and you see the success of the world. You see having 50,000 cars, $500 million. Just thinking about me. It's all about me. When you walk into a building, when you walk into a room, you want everybody to look at you. You think it's about your sneakers. You think it's about all this different stuff, right? That's these people that go, because it says, wide the road to destruction, narrow the way to your purpose, narrow the way to life. Wide the road to destruction. That means you can do anything, right? And you can never almost never, you can hit destruction with absolute pinpoint accuracy because the way to get there is so wide. There's so many ways. So when people tell you there's a lot of ways to do that, no, it's not. It's really only one way. You get what I'm saying? It's only one correct way, and that's it. Now, it says they both miss out on what life is supposed to be. I'm going to tell you my personal testimony, okay? So, as I've been going through this life, right? When I was doing life by myself without God, I didn't see the adventure with Him in this sense. I didn't understand. I wasn't grateful for nothing. You ever seen somebody that ain't grateful for nothing because they feel like they are owed what they got? I deserve this, right? I deserve that. I deserve this. But when you move into a relationship with God and you operating in faith, that means you're saying no to things that people in the world would actually say yes to, and you're saying it with the understanding that you might lose worldly success because of you saying no. You might not get that promotion. You might because you're not willing to sacrifice what you believe in faith, right? And then the adventure is to see God come through for you when you stood on your faith and allowed your faith to make the decision for you versus you just looking at your eyes. Now, let me show you something. In artwork, I'm gonna tell you when since we are talking about caricature, and this is our common bring together. I'm just making sure we don't get cut off. Okay, this is our common bring together. Check this out. A lot of times in artwork, you have to draw what you don't see to get the likeness of that person. You have to draw it because you know it in faith, but you can't see it in the reference. You can't see it there. It's not clear. But you say, I don't care what this picture says. I know this is there. I'm drawing it anyway. Right? Sometimes when I draw profiles or stuff like that, sometimes in cartoons I learned that in order to express an idea from real life to a cartoon, you know one of the tricks you have to do, you have to draw the lines backwards. So, for instance, when if I want to make a smile, a lot of the times it'll look like our smile is going up or doing like the picture's fooling you, but you have to understand that a smile is this no matter what that picture, because that angle, just a little bit of change in the angle or the perception at which you're looking at it from will throw your mind off and you'll draw the wrong thing. So this is the adventure of walking with God. It's the faith, right? And then exercising that faith, and then you're seeing that God's word becomes true, and it does, and the outcome of it is exactly what God's word said, and then you're sitting there saying, whoa. Take it from me. I'm a man that's been through all kinds of ups and downs in my life. I've been everything from a promiscuous guy, right? Where I had all his girlfriends and I was all over the place. I done been to the jailhouse. I done been to the drug house. I done been to the homeless place. I done been to the homeless shelter. I done been on the street. I done been all over the place. Okay, I done it. I got T-shirts in my closet that I need that only serve as reminders of who I used to be. But I've been there. You get what I'm saying? And then now to not be and see God's word work in my life, that I just one day decided, I'm going to have faith. I'm tired of living the way that I'm living. I'm tired of seeing the same old people doing the same old thing, amassing money. I've had good jobs ever since I knew how to make money ever since I was a little kid. That was not a problem, as far as that was concerned. You know what I mean? I knew how to take care of myself, so it really wasn't that. It was just that I was so fascinated with everything. And then, you realize at the end of life, going around this circle, that most of the stuff we thought we needed, we didn't even really need it for what God brought us into this world for. We just added those things onto ourselves thinking they would make us complete. But they did nothing but bring us down. It did nothing but destroy us. It did nothing but get us off track. But the great thing about God is He's a redeemer. And He'll give you your life back. You know what I'm saying? Because He's going to look at your heart and see that you said, you know what, in faith. That's when you see God move. A lot of times you think you're praying and you don't see God move. It's because you only pray when you need something. God hears all prayers, but He acts on prayers, faith prayers. I believe, and I'm going to stand on it. Now, it says, when you give control of your life to me, I open your eyes so that you can see me at work in the world. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you guys. When you have that relationship with God, okay, He opens your eyes up. Okay, let me tell you a scripture I read one time where it said that Jesus put saliva in the eyes of a blind man to heal him. This is a metaphor, right? He healed his seeing. A man could not see. I looked at the world the whole time I was here. I'm 50 years old. I've been looking at the world my whole life. And I didn't start to interpret it until I got much later down the road. Not in my teens, not in my 20s, 30s. I didn't know crap. Nothing. Right? 40s, right? I started to get a clue. But something when I went over that 50, something happened to me. And I was able, my eyes are opening. And that scripture says when He put the saliva in the eyes, He said the first thing that the man did was the man saw people as trees. He didn't see people, he saw trees. He saw blurry trees. So what that was a metaphor is, to me, it was like he's seeing people for the first time. He doesn't see him all the way. He's starting to see that they're not what he thought it was. He's starting to get a glimpse of people. But then he said the second time that Christ put the saliva to his eyes, it completely healed him and restored his sight. Now he could see them as upright human beings. That happened to me when I was young. When I was young, I struggled with all kinds of things. I remember when I was young, I had a pornography addiction. Okay. And so what happened was, as a young man, when you have no father in your life, you start thinking that what you're seeing is correct. So therefore, you start treating every woman that you run across in this manner, which is completely wrong. This was the blind man that he's talking about here. He says, I will open your eyes so that you can see me at work in the world. Then one day he opened my eyes up and he gave me a daughter. I got two daughters. Then he gave me my wife. Then all these girls. And when I said yes in faith, he put all these women around me, and these women took me to school. Took me to school about what women were, how they think, what they think, when they think, how to do this, what to do that. And then I said, you know what I said to myself? I says, oh my gosh, all my life, this was all wrong. And I felt true remorse and sorrow for all of those that I had taken advantage of and the things that I had done and said. I felt it. And now when I look, only thing I see when I see it is I see another person. My eyes have been opened and I can see a person with feelings, emotions, problems just like I have. Not somebody to be used for my purpose, but somebody to be used for God's purpose. You see what I'm saying? This is what God does in any area that you find yourself struggling. Okay? Now, it says here, where others see coincidences, listen, where others see coincidences, you see my wonderful work, even miracles at times. There are things that have happened to me in my life, right? People that can only be classified as miracle. Okay? When I was young, my mother almost died when I was probably 15 years old. She had a tubal pregnancy, started bleeding internally, had to have emergency surgery. She almost died. They told her if she hadn't got to the hospital at the time, she would have started internally bleeding. She would have hemorrhaged and she would have died. Once she had the surgery, she couldn't walk. We had to help her get home. The next day, I had to go to school. My stepdad was there, but I didn't want to leave home because my mom, I wanted to take care of her. But they encouraged me to go to school, let my stepdad take care of it. I had to help my mom to the bathroom that morning. I had to help her do this, help her do that. Don't you know, when I came home that morning, my mom walked out the house to me on her own 2 feet, and the scar that was on her stomach was gone. This happened to me when I was 14, 15 years old. I chalked it up as coincidence. There was no surgery in the first place. Somebody must have lied to me. They don't want to see God. I didn't want to see God, but now I see him in the smallest little thing, and it's super, super duper awesome to see God in things, because then you see that God gave you tools. Remember, he made you for a purpose, but he gave you tools. Excuse me, hold on. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Okay, sorry about that. So he gave you tools to carry with you along the way. You can see that in his purpose for you, he's going to put things in the road, and when you have the Holy Spirit, you'll look at that thing and say, "Oh, man, that's awesome that God called me to be an artist, and then he put these pens right here, and then he put this paper right here, and then he put these markers right here." He's constantly giving you clues as to what you're supposed to be doing, right? And only the one that doesn't have the faith, that's determined to do it their way, is going to not see. Those that are bound by their own understanding of the world will never get to see these things. Now, in finishing up here, it says again that some people may see these as coincidences, where others see only an everyday happening. You see me. So the difference between a believer and an unbeliever is the believer believes that life is happening for them, and the unbeliever believes that life is happening to them. Can I say that again? Okay? The unbeliever believes that life is happening to them. The believer believes that life is happening for them. Does that make sense? So live each day just watching for what the Lord will do next. Okay? I'm a caricature artist. I don't know if I'm going to make $1 when I go to work every day. I have a family of 3. I got a wife. I got a little boy. I'm 53. I got a little boy that's 2 years old. I got a little boy that's 5 years old. I have a 14-year-old daughter, and my oldest is 30. But in my household, I have 4 other people to care about, and I am the only one working, and I'm doing it drawing caricatures. My God, caricatures. I don't know how this is working. But it does. Every day I go to work, I say, well, God, here we go. I'm going in this place. Just go in here before me. And then I'll get like this. No, 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 no. And in 1 hour, it always comes. I say, God, I'm just going to be patient. I'm going to sit here and wait on you. I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to give up. I know you got something for it. Next thing you know, that one yes. And that one yes turns into 5 yeses and 6 yeses or whatever. And then I go home and I say, babe, this is what I made today. Thank you, Jesus. We made something today. And that's how we pay our bills. I live my life as an artist. I live my life in faith. So live each day just watching for what he will do next. You are in me, remember, and I am in you. That means you are a part of God. You are not separate from him. You are a part of him. He is an omnipresent God. That means that he's not invading your space. You're invading his space. All of this, everything is his space. He's not bound by gravity or the law of thermodynamics and all that stuff that has to do with us as human beings. He's outside of all of it, but controlling all of it as well. We have to open our minds to see beyond what the average person that just eats, sleeps, and goes to the bathroom does. Goes to work, go to sleep. Goes to work, sleep with somebody, go back home. Go to work, worry, go back to sleep. Get up, worry, go back to work, right? Party because they worry, so they get drunk and they go back to, and their life is miserable. They just look like they got it going on in front of you. But you are not the person that you are in public. Every person in public is a lie, usually. Not everyone, I can't say that in true fact, but most of the time people are not going to show you this real. The real person you are is the one you are when your covers go over your head at night. That's who you are. What you think about, what you're going to do the next day, that's who you are. Okay? Then it says, you are in me, I am in you, and through me you learn to truly live. This is the amazing adventure that I offer. In other words, in finishing this up, and I'm going to go back to caricature. A lot of the people don't understand my simplistic style of drawing pictures. Okay? But gosh, I've seen all types of caricature artists. I've seen wild, mild, and all in between. Different styles, different places, this is different faces. I've seen a lot of people draw. And I was wanting, I was like, you know what? I want this in my style. I like this style. I like this artist. I want style. I want this style. I want this style. And I was chasing, this style or what I wanted my pictures to look like. And then I would add things to the picture, and I would see things from, and I'm like, man, you know what? I want to be a little bit more wild in my pictures. I want to do this. And my wife would always tell me, she would say, I don't like that. I like the simplicity of your pictures. But I want to do something wild with the car and the thing going in the air and all that. She's like, but nobody cares about that. The only person that cares about that is the person drawing it. The person that you're drawing, wants you to draw their face and their loved one, and then they want to go home. You're the one putting all the extra stuff with it in your mind. What? And then I took that to heart because that is exactly what I'm trying to tell you today. What this adventure with God is going to do, it's going to show you that this is you. I'm done. These are, hold up. I'm just going to do this. These are all of the things that you've amassed in life. You're looking at all your stuff because you feel like, and you probably got a garage full of it. You walk in your garage, you can't even walk around because you got all this stuff in your garage. This is your life right now. These are all your friends. You just got to have every day. You just go out, and you just buy something new, right? And then at the end of life, God's going to show you that the only thing you really needed in this life was Him and you. Everything else, right? Everything else was unnecessary. Because without Him, you don't know how to treat these things. You don't know how to look at these things. You don't know how to keep these things in perspective. They're going to get the best of you. Stop chasing it. Go on the adventure. It might seem scary at first, but it's going to be a lot less stressful in the end. Okay? So, guys, that's our word of the day. An adventure with the Lord. I hope that you guys enjoyed our stream today. I'm going to be streaming again here probably today's Saturday, so Tuesday for sure at 9:30 a.m. I may do it. I'm probably going to do a TikTok stream before then, but I'm just not sure. So just keep your notifications button on. Again, guys, if you enjoyed the stream today, don't forget. Just a few notes here. If you guys want to take a class with me, rouserworld.com/classes, you can take classes with me. Also, if you want to join our Patreon family, go over to my Patreon page, check it out. It's just some videos behind the scenes, what goes on behind the artboard of a guy that's 50 something years old with three little kids. You get to see that. So I'm trying to juggle all this stuff and be an artist at the same time. And then also tips are appreciated, guys, because as I explained to you, this is what the Lord has called for me to do, to go out and make disciples of men, to take my gift and my talent and to give back. So I might lose out on some money because I imagine some people left when I started talking about God. But I mean, I'd rather them leave than me wind up in the other place I was talking about instead of winding up where God wants me to go through my purpose. Okay? So you guys have a blessed and awesome night. Thank you so much, Mariah, for coming out. You were definitely a godsend. See, you coming here was no accident today, and nobody that came here today was accident. You know what I mean? Glory, thank you, Jup. Who else we got here? I just want to say a couple of names right here. So many people came out. What's that? Simply Milk, Simply Milk, King Kulo. Awesome, man. So you guys, y'all have a blessed, and awesome Saturday. I'm gonna go out here and get to work. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. So I'm gonna go ahead here and we're gonna end out. You guys have a great night. Thank you for tipping. I'll see you guys later. All right, guys. I'll see you guys later.